Hi, I am Lieutenant Commander Akash. I am a qualified flying instructor from INAS 336 Squadron, which is based at Cochin. So from Cochin we have got this aircraft which is a Seeking 42 Charlie version helicopter. Now little bit of history of Seeking 42s. Seekings were helicopters which India procured from England way back in 70s. Initially, the squadron was formed as INS 330, which was formed here in Hansa first. That was the first Seeking squadron. Subsequently, it was shifted to Mumbai. And thereafter, having realized the potential of this aircraft, India ordered for, initial order was for 6 aircraft, then subsequently 3 more aircraft were ordered, which were transferred to INS 336. Now 336 is a squadron which primarily looks into training of all the pilots, rear crew, divers, technical officers and the technical sailors on the Seeking aircraft. So having spoken about 336, we have joined here primarily for the Diamond Jubilee celebrations. Now there were, initially when we bought this aircraft, we bought what is known as Seeking 42s. Then subsequent upgrade we got 42 Alphas. Then subsequently we got what we presently use as 42 Bravos. Now 42 Bravo is a weapon version or the ASW version helicopter. It is capable of firing missiles, which is a very well known missile. And apart from that, it has capability of firing a torpedo as well as drop depth charge. These are used primarily against the submarine. It is an anti-submarine platform. Apart from that, we realized that we should not restrict the use of this aircraft only for ASW. We realized if the aircraft, if we take a suitable version, we can use it for commando operations, and that is where 42 Charlie came into picture. This aircraft is primarily meant for tactical troop insertion, extraction, deployment of commandos, and for such tactical purposes. Now we'll walk around the aircraft and see what are the main fittings on the aircraft and what are their capabilities, what are their purposes. Starting from the nose, what you see prominent protrusion of black color is a weather radar. Now this is Bendix weather radar, original fit again made by England. It helps us in detection of weather at both at higher heights as well as lower heights. The special property of this weather radar is we can use it for even detecting certain contacts while at sea. So apart from that, if we pan up, we see that there are 2 yellow covers which are the intake covers. Each Seeking helicopter has 2 engines. Although one engine is capable of supporting the aircraft at above a specified speed limit. However, below that we would require 2 engines. The aircraft has 5 main rotor blades, and one of the most interesting and peculiar aspect of this aircraft is, and for what it is liked by most of the Navy, is the blade folding capability. All the blades are folded, in which they fold fully back, and the rearmost part of the pylon also gets folded. So it really becomes a very compact sized aircraft thereafter, and thereafter it is put into hangars of the ship. Now this is an aircraft which can operate right from aircraft carrier. We have been operating right from aircraft carriers to small size frigates. That is the versatility of this aircraft. We have used it in almost all the landing positions, like in case of disaster relief, in case of search and rescue, in case of humanitarian aid that we render. We have landed almost in all the places, including slush, sand, desert area, then other soft muddy regions, and this aircraft has proved its worth time and again. So coming to the aircraft, if you see here, these are what are called as flotation gear. Now there are 2 balloons on either side, and they get inflated in case of emergency. If the aircraft has to ditch over water, they provide stability, and if the crew is lucky enough, they can attempt takeoff thereafter, subsequent to one engine failing. So that is when it would come into use. Apart from that, if you see this component is called as winch, which is primarily used for rescuing the people at sea or even over land. And we have recently carried out trials for advanced SAR trials, which is basically we have procured new equipment again from England, and it is used to rescue any survivor, whether in water, over land or any other place, whether he is conscious, unconscious or subconscious, and we would be able to rescue him. So apart from tactical troop insertion, the other roles that the Charlie plays is search and rescue, then cargo operations in which it can carry underslung loads. These underslung loads can be up to 8,000 pounds, which can include, like we recently did, a jeep lift and a car lift for demonstration purpose at Cochin. Apart from that, we also undertake NVG operations, which is night vision goggles. So we don night vision goggles. The aircraft is fully compatible for those equipment, and we carry out flying in darkest of the conditions. Some of the components which are specially fitted on this type of aircraft are the infrared lights. Now these are special lights which you will not be able to see even if I switch them on. They are only visual under night vision goggles. This helps us to operate very tactically, helps us to maintain secrecy, element of surprise, and during we don't require daylight conditions and fully lit conditions. So it gives us a lot of advantage when carrying out tactical operations. So coming to the other side of the aircraft, okay, what we see on the last is the tail rotor. Now that's a very important component of any helicopter which has only one main rotor disc, because that is the one which provides the stability to the entire aircraft. Without that tail rotor, the aircraft would be unstable and it would rotate continuously in the direction opposite to which the main rotors rotate. So that is why you always see a small tail rotor in a vertical plane on any helicopter, other than Camos, which have two main rotors on the airframe itself. There is this component based on which INAS 330, the first seeking squadron, have named themselves, and it is also name of a missile. It is called Harpoon. Now this component is located under the belly of the aircraft, and this component is used for securing the aircraft onto the ship. There has to be a specified grid on the ship to which the aircraft latches on, so that the aircraft doesn't topple or doesn't get unbalanced on a deck. So we shall be able to operate on the deck even when the ship is rolling and pitching heavily. Apart from this, like I was telling, Bravo is the main anti-submarine platform, but in addition to that, it carries out role for VIP, VVIP commitments. Then we can do SAR by that aircraft as well. We do underslung operations from that aircraft, and the capability of the aircraft, although it is of 70s technology, it still rates among the top 4 ASW helicopters in the world. Like I had covered, we had procured it in 70s. It was the best helicopter, ASW helicopter of the world, and we are standing in 2012, and again I mentioned it is among the top 4 despite the technology being of 80s, 90s. We got the Bravos in late 90s, and even then the endurance that this aircraft can give, the weapon fit that this aircraft can give, even the best helicopter in the present day cannot give this endurance and the weapon fit. So considering this, I think seeking has got a long way to go in Indian Navy, and like they say, it's a very popular saying in Navy, ki seeking helicopter, that is seeking 42 Bravo, is a flying brigade, flying frigate. And frigate we say because frigate, what the capabilities of a frigate is similar to the capabilities of a seeking in one helicopter. We have dunking sonar, which is used to detect submarines underwater. We can fire missiles, we can fire torpedoes, we can fire depth charges, we can fit guns and fire guns. So it has radar, so we can do search of enemy well clear from the ship, so not giving any clue about the ship. So it can do everything that an entire ship can do. So that way I would say the capability of this aircraft is very relevant to even in today's time, and is likely to remain so at least for the next 10 to 15 years minimum.